As with many of fate's mysteries, it begins with but a small act of disobedience.
So our adventure begins with teenage shenanigans, so wholesome Chungus 100, complete with terror plots.
Deal harshly with anybody who strays from the village. We will attack it in due time.
And mishandling of live ordnance. But you know what I don't see? Phones. Not a single one in sight. Just people living in the moment.
Told you we shouldn't have come here, and you listened! What?
After one fresh trauma, the boys return to the village. Down one kid and up one possum. So what does our concerned parental figure say?
The two of you went mucking around in the only place that I told you not to go, Misty Island.
That's right, and then...
And, Daxter, you finally took a much-needed bath, but in a bathtub filled with dark eco.
Look, old man!
Oh, it doesn't stop there, by the way. Daxter just keeps getting roasted like this the entire game.
Are you gonna keep yapping, or are you gonna help me out of this mess?
I'm gonna keep yapping.
And that's all he did for the rest of the series. So we have to figure out how to get to the people who can cure our possum friend. However, in one small but important detail, they have portals. How convenient. But we can't use them. Not convenient. It's because the sages who manage the other gates are missing. Because it just happens that every wizard in this world is either evil, or in the case of the sages, fucking useless. Looking at you, Samos, literally chilling in a hut, smoking weed for most of the game. So enters the room the most useful person besides the player.
But you could fly over it if you had a zoomer equipped with a heat shield. I just happen to be working on such a thing at this very moment. All I would need is 20 power cells to give it enough energy to withstand the canyon's heat.
Thus both Jack's and Young Me's crush on Kira also starts. Until Tess and Ashley join the franchise. At that point, my neurons were fighting a losing battle. Anyways, as Kira explains, we need to collect the power cells to power the shield for a zoomer, to get across the lava canyon without being roasted, and to play the rest of the fucking game. And come on now, Daxter has already been roasted enough.
Go through the warp gate and get some practice on Geyser Rock.
Before we are sent out, we are sent to an island. It's the tutorial island where we do the tutorial. Discover blue meth. The meaning of cash. And the lead acid batteries that we need to plug into our speeder.
This is a power cell.
And after getting more assignments from the old man, again, the dude is north of useless, we are sent out. Where to first?
Hey, baby! What do you say you and I go cruising on this A-Grav Zoomer?
Rule number 1, I don't date animals.
First things first, clear out the old man's collectors, discover the local geography, then alter the local geography, take a beach day and harass the local wildlife. And back in the village, there are a few things we can do to help the locals. Fund an expedition like some kind of 18th century royalty. Help a sculptor. He's going to have to wait. Turns out his possum is still on that island we escaped from in the intro.
I thought for a moment you were my muse.
Your what?
However, we can also help out a drunk farmer.
It's you. Oh, Just resting my tired bones. I've been trying to get those unreact cows back into the pen all day. Some strange creatures tried to steal them earlier. You think you could help an old man and try to get them back into the corral?
That lazy farmer owes us a power cell.
And lastly, but most importantly, buying and rigging elections. The fuck?
Oh, and another thing. If by any chance you're interested in making a contribution to my re-election campaign, I might be willing to part with yet another power cell. The minimum contribution is a very modest 90 precursor orbs.
I love how a village with like 7 people has political corruption, drunken dysfunction, and liberal arts. And they say this is a small town. It's looking pretty lively to me. Okay, let's get out of here. Get back into nature. Let's go to the jungle. What's on the to-do list? Among many things, fix the power, destroy an abomination, and help out yet another drunk.
There are 2 types of good fish to catch. 1-pound fishies and 5-pound fishies. If you miss 20 pounds of good fish, then I'm gonna take me net back from you. You did it! You caught 200 pounds of fish! Not bad for a couple of landlubbers.
Look, back in idyllic times like these, all you can do for fun is drink all day. Maybe burn down the neighboring village. Give this man a break, he chose peace. And he gives us access to his boat after we helped him, so he's cool. Personally, I don't see why we had to fish for him. Probably could have brought him a bottle and he still would have given us the key. After, you gotta go smash the brakes off this giant flower monster. After that, we have to fix the power grid for the little town. This village has corrupt politicians, multiple drunks, and has been without electricity for some time.
That means our village has no power.
Until they can go get the local village boy to go smack the power line with a wrench and hope he doesn't just explode.
Output ground, which is, I think, this.
After all that, we use the boat to get to Misty Island, home of Daxter's greatest ops, the brain-eating amoeba that inhabit the still water. First things first, we get that fucking possum that the sculptor wanted. I felt that. Do it again. We get ambushed.
It's an ambush, Jack! It's an ambush!
Visit Happy Memories.
Let's keep you out of the ooze, okay?
And afterwards, we do the obvious next step. Disable the lurker war industry and take out their air force. Yeah, I'm not even joking. This game is just random like that.
Good! You stopped all the mine-dropping lurkers! They've been threatening the waters around our village for weeks.
That wraps up Misty Island. So we have more than enough power cells. But let's get that last one. Where is it? Well, after you open up the blue eco vent in the forest, it makes the cannon at the beach accessible with the eco well on the shoreline. So with the use of the well, we get up to the cannon, kick in their teeth, and we get to unleash our inner clock tower man. Now we have to fly through the fire canyon and open the portal for Samos and Kira. They treat Jack like a crash test dummy, making sure it's safe for them. Hey, it's better than exploding on a power line. When we open the gate, Samos has a pretty funny line.
Hey! It looks like the Blue Sage threw a party.
Oh my! Rock Village is on fire!
One heck of a party.
No, I...
So there are a few problems in the village. Chief among them is the big asshole up there, chucking flaming boulders at the town. Kind of a miracle the town's still here at all. One of the first people we meet in the village is a scientist.
Did you herd those lightning moles back underground? You should hurry. The direct sunlight isn't good for them.
Moles. Yeah, moles. I'll help save the moles. Sure, whatever you want, pretty lady. Who else is here? Oh, this guy.
Wonderful. You brought me the precursor orbs. All right, I'll fix the bridge. But don't ask me to get involved with that creature again.
So I have to bribe the gate guard? Seriously? Not only that, but he fucking complains. Bro, you got paid for doing nothing. And then there is this guy, who has a gambling problem. Dude is living in a barrel. Or is he wearing it? Option A makes him a mess. Option B makes him an eccentric. He's leading fashion trends.
And if you're game, I do have one more bet on mine. My big comeback. Beat the record time racing Dead Man's Gorge in the Precursor Basin, and I'll get a pretty payoff. For that, I'll give you another power cell.
He wants help with, and then bet on us to double his money. Wow. From rigging elections to rigging races, really prepping him for Jack 2, aren't we? Betting on children. I think I found the bigger loser out of these two. It's the one shitting in a barrel, by the way. We pay our tolls and rig our races for blood diamonds, I mean power cells. I just think to myself from time to time, the self-healing, floating, fucking wizard hasn't done fuck all so far, sending this child out into the world to potentially die in some random godforsaken jungle, catacomb, or temple. Oh, but don't worry, it was the 90s. Everyone was doing it. Speaking of godforsaken temples, this place. Kira wants us to raise it, and since Kira might actually be useful, we are off. Again, sending this teenager instead of a floating fucking wizard. What the hell is Samos even doing? Whatever. How do you raise the temple from the seafloor? It requires outrunning death juice to the top of a temple. Not sure how that works, but that's how it works. You raise the temple, and what does Kira do with it? Nothing, basically. She says, cool, how interesting. Moving on. My opinion of her has started to decline. So at this point we have enough power cells to continue. But we want the true ending, so let's go to the swamp. Where did the swamp even come from? Did it even have an introduction when we arrived? No, not really. When we get access to the Monster Mountain, you can detour and go to the side areas, swamp and marshes. I'm going for all the power cells, so that's where we're going. Most of what you're doing in that part is destroying these boulder ropes so that the Lurker Zeppelin can float away. That'll teach you to squat. Technology in this world makes absolutely no sense. This area is largely unremarkable and frankly could have been pulled without losing much, except for this guy.
Howdy, friends. Enjoying my beautiful swamp?
Now I am. Please, continue.
On these here parts, everything that doesn't sink into the mud, that is.
Judging by the smell, I'd wager your bathtub sank in the mud long ago.
What's a bathtub?
Daxter, clearly you're uneducated. For the fine country folk before us, it's not called a bathtub. Where he comes from, it's actually called a still.
Those ornery swamp rats keep stealing them. If you could keep those pesky critters away long enough, I just know Farty will smell them vitals and come back. Will you help me out?
So before we do this, I just want to make it known that canonically, yellow eco attacks are basically a fireball. So Jack is a firebender, and we are looking through a scope. So just picture this. This is what I'm picturing Jack doing. I don't really feel bad for these rat things, but I do feel bad for the lurkers. In later games, it's established that they're basically people, and here we are, dunking on foreigners the whole game. Don't look into that message too deeply, by the way. Naughty Dog TM was different back then. About 15 or so years later, they'd massively overcompensate for it. Anyways.
Great! You have the cells for the machine. They ought to provide enough power to lift that boulder.
Wait! I'll stay here and protect Kira. Jack, I think you're ready to handle that monster without me.
Oh, really heroic of you.
Anyways, forward. The fight itself is pretty easy, and technically he offed himself. See? Jack is getting off on a technicality. Your Honor, he did it to himself. So we make our way to the mountain pass, and what do I see? A trio of absolute cunts, mocking me only to blow me up in about a 5-mile strip of land. Dude spent a lot of time arming the cave and the pass. Like, holy shit, what was the plan before I got here? Like, was this all for me? Because goddamn.
We did it!
Yeah, fuck that guy. Those crafty little fuckers get away too. I don't believe you ever hunt them down. So, let's go through the motions. Open the gate. Get smack talked by Samos.
Oh, fuck, I always wonder if I'm losing body parts in those things.
Ha.
I'd hardly call it struggle.
Oh, this is different. Okay, so Gaul sounds like an asthmatic chain smoker, but Mira...
We've learned its secrets, and now we can reshape the world to our liking.
Damn, Naughty Dog. Y'all are some naughty dogs.
Soon, we will have access to the vast stores of dark eco hidden deep underground.
Not the silos. But that's impossible. Only a precursor robot.
Robots? Silos? What is this game world?
Oh, don't look so upset, Samos. We've got big plans for you.
Mira, stop.
Wait a minute! That was Gaul? The same Gaul who's supposed to change me back? I'm doomed.
Daxter being the most rational one in the room for once. So, I have to get us there. I have to get more power cells, and I have to drive the stupid fucking hover bike over the death pit. Cool. At this point in the game, you have a few options on how to proceed. Presuming you have the power cells, you can go right through to the end. But that's no fun. So there are two options for where we can start. The Spider Cave or the Snowy Mountain. First though, what are these guys' deals?
Hey, Gordy, I think we got visitors. You think, Willard? Howdy, strangers. Passing through? Us too. Well, we gotta be moving on. Nothing to see here. I thought you said this was a priceless gem worth... Willard!
After talking with them, they want to get this big gem out. And the donut on the right ain't helping out. And they need orbs. I don't approve of labor violations against the disabled. I am from OSHA. OSHA will find you, even out here. But I do want the full ending. So, take your blood orbs. Sorry, man. Back to mining the blood diamond. We'll be back with the rest later. First, let's go to the dark cave. I remember this being the worst level in previous playthroughs, and it's still true. It's dark, dull, and you fight very annoying enemies. We have a few things to do, mostly exploring the area, but there are a few things, like destroying these crystals. And you have to shoot these bug things running around the wooden pillars. Not a whole lot to do in this area.
I've reactivated the gondola. It can take you to Snowy Mountain. Use it whenever you want.
The next area is the Snowy Mountain. This area is actually one of my favorite. It's beautiful and it has a great soundtrack. There are a few objectives: clear out the dudes with drills, turn on an eco vent, hit these buttons, and climb to the top of this fuck-ass castle. Oh, and you get to see the whole world map from here, which is really cool. So, we've done and collected just about everything. Let's go wrap things up.
Additional power cells, I should be able to supply the heat shield with enough power to stand up to this lava. But the shield still has a limit. It will now withstand temperatures up to 800 degrees, but no more. So keep an eye on your gauge. I don't want to think about what those temperatures would do to your zoomer if the shield gives out.
Yeah, the heat.
What? The zoomer? Hey, what about us? Don't you think we could look for a safer route to Gull Citadel?
Look. I've released more cooling balloons into the tube, so you can use them to keep the temperature down. And don't forget to activate the teleport gate in Yellow Sage's lab.
We are off to the lava tubes. We have a moment to talk about these sections. These exist to give the player an obstacle and an objective. Collecting power cells for a bike is basically the whole reason to proceed and the whole reason to progress. It's basically the way the game marks for progress. But they are the precursor to the much improved racing sections in later games. Everyone has to start somewhere, but where they started kinda sucks. The physics are ass and the routes make no fucking sense, especially the last one. Who built all this? These chuckleheads? It's fine, alright? Just fine. It needs to be there, but doesn't want to be there. It does get better in later games. So, we get to the Citadel.
Oh, do they have you mopping the floors now?
There's no time for jokes, Dexter.
Hey, Samos. Seems like you have plenty of time. You can't go anywhere anyways.
Gaul and Maya kidnapped us to sap our energies to power their abominable machine. If you can free the four of us, we can use our combined powers to break the force shield surrounding the robot.
So we have to free the sages. Some of the most useless people in the game. Technically, it was all their fault. Only if they weren't asleep at the wheel and kicked Gaul in the head. So I was going to skip this part because all the sages are boring except this guy.
Who would have thought I'd live to see the day when I needed to be rescued by a boy and his muskrat? I'm gonna give Gaul and Maya a little payback for this embarrassment. And we'll see about cooking up some muskrat stew.
Oh, I like this guy. He's great. How did they capture you? You seem like the trigger-happy type. Well, he does also seem like the drinking type, so... Do you think he and Cletus know each other?
Good work, boys. You're real heroes now. I'll combine my green eco power with the other 3 sages, and together we'll open the shield door surrounding the precursor robot. We have to keep the shield open. It's up to you two to figure out how to destroy the robot.
Oh.
Now we have to fight the giant robot, and frankly, the fight isn't too much to write home about, the Tartarus notwithstanding. You'd think they aim for the platform we keep jumping and escaping from, but such big brain moves are beyond these two.
Just won't give up.
Wow, 2 for 2 on these sages being useful.
They must not be allowed to get it!
White ego! That could be the stuff to change me back! Or might stop that robot. Stay fuzzy, save the world. Choices. Okay, fine. We'll save the world, but do it quickly before I change my mind!
Oh, Daxter, you're always a hero. Jump into the ball of white eco, Jack turns into a Super Saiyan, we blast the living crap out of him. They won't be showing up in any sequels. They killed these two and emoted on them. My boy. The song is a banger too. Okay, so what do you get if you collect all these bastard power cells for traveling to the ends of the literal Earth?
We're heroes, remember? We have 100 power cells. Wow! What is it?
Great question. What is it? Nothing. That's it. Nothing. Just a glowing doorway. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment.